Okay, my computer is going crazy. I think I really need a new computer. This one is so full of junk. All right, so I kind of asked my coaches what they wanted me to talk about today, and a lot of them said challenge groups. They really wanted some ideas on how to get more engagement in challenge groups and just kind of like basic information, I guess, about challenge groups. So we haven't actually done a call about challenge groups for a while, so I thought that I would cover that. So get your pens and paper out. I'm going to cover a lot of different ideas, but I'm also going to start a photo album. Can I get everyone to mute themselves, please, just so we don't have any background noise? Just makes it easier for everybody. Here we go. Okay. Like unmute yourself if you have a question. It's just, it gets really staticky if there's people unmuted. Okay. So I'm going to start an album in the Fitneek Nation file, or in the Fitneek Nation page, an album. So you're going to have to actually click photos and then click album. And you're going to see a cover that says challenge group, tools, resources, whatever, I don't know, ideas. And as I come across new ideas, because I'm 5-star, I'm in a group on Facebook where all the leaders share ideas, and everybody is really amazing at sharing different ideas that are working for them. I mean, every day I'll go on that page and someone will just say, just wanted to share, this is working. So I often grab that, I try it, and then I bring it to you guys. I never hold back. I always share things that work with you guys. But my philosophy has always been, I need to try this stuff first to make sure it works, because I don't want you guys wasting your time. And if you're anything like me, you're kind of squirrely. And if you see a new idea, you're like, oh my God, I need to do that. That's what Michelle's doing, so I need to do that. Don't. Just wait till I come on and say, okay, this worked really, really well. Because I have lots of things that work awesome, but I also have lots of things that flop. And that's okay. But I also now have the time to try some things. So I like to do that for you guys. But when I find something that's working, I'm going to just put it into that photo album, so everyone has access to it all the time, okay? Because our team is growing, and it's impossible for me to get stuff out to everybody all the time. I just don't have time to make sure everyone gets it. So that's going to be a resource that I'll start after today's call, because I'm going to add some things that I'm going to share with you today. First, we're going to cover, there's 2 new challenge packs. Has everyone seen that there's now 2 new challenge packs available? So if you haven't seen that, here's an FYI. Every single day, you should be going to your Coach Online office. Every single day. And you want to check your news. Okay, there's a section that says news, and there is always going to be the newest information for us as coaches, because again, you can't just always rely on your upline. You know, you have to imagine that your upline has sometimes like 100 of you to talk to, or we post it in our message threads and you don't see the message thread at that point in time, and it gets lost in translation. So you do have to kind of, you know, be a self-starter and at least check your online office to see that news. So yesterday or Thursday, I think, 2 new challenge packs became available. So what they've done is they've made challenge packs and completion packs. So following in the same sort of scenario that we saw for 80-day obsession. So we had the basic, the middle of the road, and then we had this mega pack. I'm not going to get into it and waste time on this call. They're available. The FAQ is in your Coach Online office, and I think Terry's going to do a little post about it in the team page today. I think they're incredible. One of the mega packs actually includes equipment, so a foam mat, and I can't even remember what the other thing is. But anyways, I think they're awesome. They include the Performance Line or Shakeology or Daily Sunshine. So that's awesome for our mealtime makeover group. You know, people can choose one of those things, and then all of a sudden they have access to everything they're getting in the challenge pack, but they also get our meal plan. please don't forget about our meal plan, guys. We put a lot of effort into that group, and that is like this extra bonus that you should be talking about all the time. People will, if they order a challenge pack, they're going to get that for 4 weeks at bare minimum, because that's how long an order of Shakeology lasts, or an order of Daily Sunshine, or your performance order. So make sure you're talking about that. Okay, let's move on to challenge groups. So first things first, I really don't care how long you've been a coach. Like if you've been a coach for more than 2 weeks, you should have a challenge group date planned. Yes. Whether that's doing it with your coach, oftentimes when you first start, like I totally encourage doing a challenge group with your coach that first time. Maybe you only have one challenger, and that's awesome. Like that is totally okay. You don't have to be feeling like you need to fill your whole group by yourself when you start. If you have 1 or 2 people, that is great. You know what? I love that, because you actually get to give them personal attention. It's a lot harder when you have 20 challengers or 15 challengers and you have to really make sure you're still checking in with them. That's tough when you've got more people. Right now, if you're still newer or you just have a month that you don't have very many people, instead of going negative Nancy and being all like, boo-hoo, I didn't get many challengers, why don't you look at the other side and say, wow, I am going to make it my mission that this one woman is going to stick with this, and she is going to get amazing results. And A, you're just going to feel fantastic because she is going to be feeling so good. And B, you're going to have proof that you're an amazing coach. And you're going to be able to talk about that because she's going to message you and tell you how much she's helped you. And possibly she's going to message you your before and afters. So stop feeling upset about not having many challengers. I have yet to see a rule book on how many people need to be in your challenge groups. Like I've never seen any rule that you are not allowed to run a challenge unless you have 10 people. Yeah, nowhere has that been said. So if you have 1, that's awesome. You have to run a group. I will say, finding a partner, and I'm not talking about a success partner. I'm just talking about someone to run some groups with. Stop worrying about a success partner, because you got to see success before you have a success partner. Grab a partner. Just grab someone from the team and start running your groups together. If I had done this 3 years ago, life would have been way less overwhelming. Now that Megan and I run our groups together, it is like so much easier. So much easier. And it would have been easier back in the day when I only had 3 or 4 challengers. The way Megan and I run it is we literally just take a day each. We do not talk to each other and discuss and have a big meeting about what we're going to post about. Nothing like that at all. We just take a day each. And you know what? Our challengers, some of my challengers appreciate Megan's personality more than mine or her way. And some of hers relate to me better. It's really been a great sort of meeting of the minds and different ways of doing things and coming together. So if I can give you if you take anything away from this today, find someone on the team and start running your groups together. It just makes life so much easier. Okay. For sure, the more people you have in there, it is more fun. But that does not mean you can't have a really awesome group with a few people, like I just said. But it's up to you to keep that group going. Okay? Like you can't schedule your whole week's posts and never check in and expect that group to be amazeballs. Like you can't expect your challengers to be hooting and hollering and having a great day and you come in every Friday morning just to see how they're doing. Like you need to be a challenger yourself. That is one of the coolest things about being a coach is you never get off your journey and never get on some sort of high horse that you think you can get off your journey, because that's not what we do. As coaches, that's what we are. We are on this journey with people all the time. Unless you are a nutritionist and a personal trainer, and if you are, then kudos to you, and you should share that knowledge because you have a step up from me. But if you're not, you don't have to worry about being that person. All you need to be is the supporter, the encourager, the motivator. And to do that really, really well, in my experience, and I've tried both ways, being on the journey yourself makes it a lot easier because you're in there. I'm posting my sweaty selfies just like them. I'm telling them that today I almost died. I'm telling them that I'm so glad that this phase is over. I'm telling them when I'm friggin' hungry and want to eat a bag of chips. Like, I'm in there with them. Every day I'm in there with them. Your group has to be 80% fun, 20% fitness. If you're having low engagement, I need you to take a gut check and think about how you're talking to your people, whether it's in video, whether it's on your posts. Are you being kind of bossy pants? Are you trying to be this fitness person and bossing them around? Because who really wants that? That's not what we are. We're there to bring like light to this whole journey. And if you're on it, you can have fun with them. And I think that that's what we have done in our group, especially just this group that is currently going. And this group, just to give you a snapshot, so you guys can see like numerically how this is going. Megan and I have about 200 people in our group. So we just keep our group open. We open a new group every quarter. And I'm not going to get into that because you can make your own choice on that. It's great to have 30-day groups. It's great to have 21-day groups. It's great to have 60-day groups. Just decide what you're doing. There's no right or wrong. We decided to do this because we have so many repeat challengers now. So we needed a place to keep all these people. So there's 200 people in there right now. Honestly, only 40 post. Okay? So if you have 10 people and you have 3 people posting, it's the same ratio. So don't get all sad and bent out of shape if only a couple people engage. Not everyone engages in this stuff. Not everyone is fueled by these kind of groups. More than likely, they're still popping in. They're still seeing your information, but you can't get so irritated when they don't post. Just don't worry about it. Like, if I was mad at all my 100 people that didn't post every day, because really only 20 of them are, probably it's 20 of Megan's and 20 of mine. And that's just what keeps them going, that type of personality. So don't worry about it, but make it fun. Make it really like a fun place for them to come and visit every day. You want to create a community that they never want to leave. Like, they just, when we post, okay, our new group is opening, everyone's like, I'm in. Like, everybody's clicking the link because they don't want to leave the community. And then they become coaches. And that's how this all happens. You get them in your challenge group, you support them, you see them through getting their results. They become basically a product of the product. And then they want to join our team because they love the community. And that's really the flow of how this can go if you're running effective challenge groups. Okay, so now, like, get your pen and paper out because I'm going to run through a whole bunch of just ideas because I think that's what you guys wanted, is ideas to make your challenge groups more fun. All right, so something Megan and I do every single day is you know how you can post, you can go into your post button, like you're going to put a post into your group and all those little squares of colors come up. We click a background color, and at the beginning of the day at 5 in the morning, post your selfie, post your Shakeology. That's it. So that goes up every single day. And honestly, there can be 50 selfies in there. It keeps our group nice and clean. There's not a whole bunch of selfies everywhere. It gives them accountability because they have to post that every single day. And we go in and I comment on all of those selfies, like, oh my gosh, you're looking awesome. Oh, wasn't that hard? Like, whatever they've commented, I make sure that I'm engaging. And that is key. if we didn't go in there, they would stop posting. They would totally stop posting. So we do the same thing at the end of the night. We put a post in about your daily check-in, like how was your nutrition? And sometimes I'll say, post a GIF that describes your nutrition today, and you'll have GIFs of people shoving burgers in their mouths. And I mean, it gets really, really funny. Or post 2 emojis that explain how your nutrition was, or on a scale of 1 to 10, how was your nutrition? So it keeps people really engaged all through the day. If they do nothing else, they definitely do that first post and that last post. Okay, so that's something that we've done. There's lots of there's so many ideas that you can implement. And before I get really into a lot of ideas, I just want you to know, don't do them all right now. Don't stop what's working for you. Take one of these ideas maybe and start it next week, but you don't take all of them and throw them at your group, or your people are going to get totally confused. That's why I'm making an album in the team page with all these ideas, and you can kind of hand pick them every once in a while. Okay. I need to lay that out there, because I don't want you to get your people overwhelmed. So here's some stuff that I've kind of gathered over the last couple days. Theme days. So you can do Motivation Monday, work on you Wednesday, Woman Crush Wednesday, Thoughtful or Thankful Thursday, Fit Friday, Shakeology Saturday, which I want to start doing this because this idea was they sell you Shakeology. So you have to get them explaining why they love Shakeology. Can you imagine, even if you had 5 people posting why they loved Shakeology, what could you do with that? Frig, I would have posts for the whole next week. I mean, that would be all over my Insta stories. And that's what you have to remember. This stuff that you're getting in your challenge group, make sure you're sharing it through your posts, because that's proof, right? That's that evidence that you want your followers to see. Show off Sunday, so there's lots of different themes that you can do. Something that we implemented was breaking off into teams, and it has been so fun. And yes, we have a lot of people in our group, but personally, if I had 8 people, I would break them off into 2 teams. So one team is with Megan, one is with me, and we've started message threads. And honestly, that is where the day-to-day interaction is happening. And that is one message thread of mine that is constantly active. Constantly. And it is not a lot of work for me, because everyone else keeps it going. Everyone else helps. And you know what I can tell in that message thread? Who's going to be my next coaches? Because they are helping the others. If someone comes in this morning, it happened. I went on the scale and I've only lost 1.7 pounds. And honestly, I didn't see it until I popped on this Zoom. But there was 7 comments from one girl encouraging her and saying, you do not stop. It does not matter what the scale says. Go try on a pair. Exactly what I would have said to her. So what am I going to go do now after this call? I'm going to message that girl, and I am telling her how much she helped me, how much she inspired the whole thread, and she's basically coaching. That will be one of my coach invites today. So, there's reason behind doing all of this stuff. This is where I find my best coaches, is in my challenge groups. The message threads have been super fun. I mean, I never ever miss even a 4-hour window of not posting in there, because I'm a challenger right now. I am so dedicated to 80-day obsession. I'm feeding off of what they're doing as well. They're motivating me and keeping me going as well. But something fun when you break off into teams is you can have team competitions. So there's so many different things you can do kind of competitively. And at Christmas time, Megan and I had Team Green and Team Red, and it was literally as easy as a Biggest Loser competition. Everyone had to give Megan their weight at the beginning of the month, And then we gave her our weight at the end of the month, and we talked about it all month. There was prizes, and your prizes don't have to be anything epic. Like, oh my God, like go grab some samples at Shoppers Drug Mart. Like, they don't have to, people don't care. They just want something little, something tiny to just signify that they've won something. But that, we all sent our weight into her the last day, Christmas Eve, I think. And she tallied everything up. And of course my team won, obviously, and by 1 pound. But it was amazing because it was January. It was December, and we actually lost like 80 pounds as a challenge group. We lost 80 pounds in December. Who loses 80 pounds in December? Nobody. You're usually up. Like, I was expecting our group to be up 10 because it was December, and they all said, because of those message threads and because of the accountability of the group and the competition, because you're going to always have some people in your group that have that competitive nature. Doesn't matter if you're giving them a penny at the end. They want to win that penny. Like, they are so dedicated because of that. So breaking off into teams has been really fun. Message threads has been really fun. I had some ideas sorry, was someone going to say something?
Oh, Michelle, I was just going to say that, if you do partner up with somebody, which I really suggest you guys do, they're not Michelle's challengers and Megan's challengers. We don't divide them based on oh, this one's yours, right? This one's mine. It does not matter. When we're in that group, when I'm checking in, I'm not oh, that's Michelle's person, I'll let her answer that, or I'll let her deal with that. It's not. These are all of our challengers. We want success for all of them. I'm not just looking out for my people. My message thread I feel like I actually have more of Michelle's people in my message thread, and that's fine. It's not I'm invested in everybody, not just my people. And I think that is what can make a huge difference, because the people in our group, they don't feel like they are just kind of someone who was sold to and put in here. Why would I be investing all this time into them? I'm getting nothing out of it, so it just, I don't know. I think it really makes for such a good community that way, when you can just sort of split everybody up and it doesn't matter whose belongs to whose, that sort of thing.
Totally. And I mean, now that Megan and I kind of know each other's flow, we know each other's challengers, we do sometimes specifically put someone with, I definitely had 3 or 4 people that I know are going to just relate better to Megan. Or I don't even know. They need Megan. They need her personality. And I know she did the same for me, or she did the same with some of her challengers. I do have some of Megan's challengers messaging me, and they're always really I love Megan, but I just wanted to talk to you because my dad just died. So, we bring something different to the group. I know what it's like to have 80 pounds to lose. Megan knows what it's like to have 4 kids at home. We bring different stuff. And that's why there's just so much value in partnering up. You don't have to do anything else together. You don't have to have meetings about where you're going with the business and goals set. That's a waste of time. Just run a challenge group and work together. You don't have to be success partners. You just have to rally and make this group so much fun. So much fun for your challengers. If you can remember 80% fun, 20% fitness and nutrition. Keep that in your head when you're making your posts. Am I being bossy, or am I making people want to come here and land here and stay here? Okay, so there was some really great ideas on the page that I was on this morning. So some Fit Friday challenges. Do scavenger hunt-ish ideas. So everybody has to plank in front of a certain item for a certain amount of time. They have to do a wall sit somewhere in their house. You can make up so many different ideas just taking little stupid games that we play. Bingo. Why not make a challenge bingo for 1 week? There's You can make a bingo card in Canva with all different, like who drank all their water, who stayed, who was 100% with their nutrition, do a wall sit, do a plank. Again, little prizes at the end. And then you can implement your teams in that too, right? Like if you could do it singly, like a bingo challenge, or you could do your teams. So what team got the most? Another idea was a Beachbody On Demand ab workout challenge. So everyone has to go to Beachbody On Demand, find an ab workout, do it, and then review it. So they have to come onto the page and review it. A food challenge. Pick a recipe off Fixate. Like say it's on the weekend. So everyone has to pick a recipe off Fixate. They have to make it and again, review it. And everybody decides as a group what the best recipe is. Or, like there's so many things you can do. What else this was a good one. Concoct, so this is for teams, if you have teams, concoct a team Shakeology recipe. So it has to have 5 or more ingredients in it, and you have to come up with a really creative name. Then you post it in the challenge group, and everyone does a poll on which one is the best or most enticing or whatever. Okay, people could get points for referring friends. Pay it forward points to people. Like this is if you're kind of going to do like a point challenge every challenge. If you have like a 30-day challenge, so on day 1 you come in and say, every time you do this, you're going to get 3 points. Every time you do this, you're going to get 2 points. They keep track of their own points. Refer a friend should be worth some points. Pay it forward if they become a coach on your team, they get some points. Keeping track, you could keep track of workouts and Shakeo. Now that's really easy if you're using the app. And I know I saw some little questions about that. So you choose where you run your challenge group. There's no right or wrong. The app is awesome. Facebook is awesome. You have to find your groove. You'll probably have to try both. Megan and I loved the app for a long time. Then this one, we decided, let's go try Facebook again. We really missed being able to do live video. I think it makes a big difference. We pop in there all the time with live, especially with 80-Day Obsession, because we're living this with them. So today, for example, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going in and talking about everybody needs to get into that nutrition plan because we have to recalculate today or tomorrow. So I can pop in there really easily, and that's a Facebook feature that I love. I do miss being able to see who's tracking their workouts and who's tracking their Shakeology from the app. So I know some coaches do both. Like there's no right or wrong with challenge groups. The only wrong thing you can do is dump your people in there and then forget about them. That's the only wrong thing you can do. The more energy and time you put into your challengers, the better outcome for them, most importantly, and for you. They're going to love your product. They're going to love you if you walk them through Shakeology. I know when you're a new coach, Shakeology you can be nervous to talk about it. You almost just want to be like, oh my God, I hope they like it, but I don't want to ask. And I was that girl. I totally was that girl. I didn't talk to anyone about Shakeology until I quietly said, it's on auto ship. I'll help you cancel it, because I was so nervous. Well, that is dumb, because they hated Shakeology the whole time because they weren't mixing it right. You need to get in there with confidence when your group starts, and you will need to talk to them about Shakeology. I tell everyone that I hated it at first. It took me 10 full days to like Shakeology. I'm honest about that. And I share with them recipes. So we do that as a whole, as a group. And then I message all of my people. How's it going? Are you liking Shakeology? I'm not too scared to ask that question. Now it's reversed. I don't even tell them about auto ship because I want them to stay on it. I believe they're going to stay on it. I believe they're going to love it. And they get enough warnings about auto ship. I don't need to warn them to. But if you want to warn them, that's awesome. I don't do that anymore. I used to. Okay. Challenger of the week. I always do a Cheeto meter. So tonight I'll come in with a Cheeto meter at around 5:00 and it's nothing. It's just a picture of like a meter, but it kind of reminds people it's Saturday night and I know that wine and that food is flowing and I know you want to stray, but don't do it. And my post usually says, if you cheat, you have to comment below and I'll decide what the punishment is. Like, it's really quite funny, but it's another sort of fun thing that they see. Live Zoom calls, or if you're in Facebook, you can just use the live feature. And Megan and I do that a lot. We both come on and we talk about Shakeology. We talk about dining out tips. We talk about don't focus on the friggin' scale. We talk about self-love. We have a book club. Like, we have a lot of stuff going on in there. Like, there's a lot of stuff, but it's really not much to do with fitness. Like, I'm not going in there giving nutritional facts. That's not my jam. Why would I talk about that? I'm not going in there asking, like, being really bossy about workouts and giving them tough love. And like, I don't do that. I don't need to, because they feel like I'm just one of them. I'm just going at this with them and making it a fun place to be. I sometimes think when we put this coach hat on, we become sort of bossy, and it's not that much fun to be around. Am I like cutting out? Can you guys maybe, am I cutting out? Yes, I must be. Frick.
Wasn't that working on Michelle?
I have no idea, Terry.
Megan, you're up.
Fuck's sake. No, I'm fine. I think I'm okay. Am I back now? Okay, I'm on 5G, so can you? Sorry, guys. I don't even know where I was. Where was I? Oh, the Zoom calls, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Something about being bossy.
Yeah, don't be bossy. Just don't be, like, I think sometimes, like, I have talked to some of my coaches and it's like, I went in there with all this tough love and I gave them a tough love speech. And those, does tough love work for you? Like, if I came to you and like was, oh my God, why would you cheat? Like, that's so ridiculous. Like, I would say, fuck you. I'll go somewhere else. Thank you very much. Like, that is not going to work. But creating like a really fun community and making it really engaging, that makes them want to work harder. It makes them want to do it and have success just like everybody else. One idea that I just saw today, and I am going to implement it today because we're starting phase 2 with 80-day obsession, or it's Monday, so you might have some new challengers starting. So we always stress like the before pictures and the inches, right? And that's a sensitive thing for me because like at 80 pounds overweight, there would be no way in hell that I would share my before picture or my inches. And that's just a reality. And I know that there's lots of people that are like me. So I have a really hard time making people post that kind of stuff because I wouldn't have done it. That would have been something that would have made me leave the group. Hands down, for sure. So we do have an album set up where people are more than welcome to post their pictures. And lots of people do, which is amazing. I saw an idea today. Instead of having people get their measuring tape out, I'm going to encourage them to go find some ribbon, like a lighter colored ribbon. And they're going to use that ribbon to take their measurements. So they're going to take a piece of ribbon and put it around their bust and cut it. And they're going to put phase 2 and the date. It's not going to show any number. They're not going to have to say, oh, I was 75 inches around my hips. Like, they're not going to have to say anything like that. They can just have these ribbons. And then at the end of the challenge, at the end of the month, everyone's going to hopefully cut a short ribbon. So it's like this really intentional, thoughtful, in my opinion, Terry loves this idea. I guess I'm going to have to get some new ribbon for him. We're going to have ribbon for Terry too. So anyways, that was an idea I just saw today, and I'm 100% going to use it. Like, I love it. So I can't wait to see all the pictures of ribbon in our challenge group. But if that's the thing, like, just think of different things. Like, there's so many things that you can do with these people. Like, you've got this group of people that just wants to be with you. So make it fun. Be their friend. Like, just be their friend. That's what we do. Now, that is not all we do. The most important thing is that you connect with these people one-on-one all the time. And I'm sorry, but that's the secret sauce. You can have the best group in the world, but if you are not connecting with them as your coach, as their friend, they're for sure not going to become a coach, and they're probably not going to get great results. So once a week, like, I'm such a spaz. Like, I think of it one day and message all of them, which is so stupid. Take a few every single day. Make a list and say, I'm going to talk to 3 of them today. I'm going to talk to 3 more tomorrow. Don't be like me and voice message like all 100 on the same day. That's just me. That's my personality. But I talk to them all the time. And they appreciate, as much as they love our group and love talking to each other, the first sentence back is usually, I so appreciate you checking in with me. I know how busy you are. And then we talk, and I'm able to, help them through whatever is happening. If they're having trouble getting up early, well, then why aren't you doing the workouts with us? That's when I might give some tough love. And I'll start it with, I love you, Justine, but come on, you can get up. I have a virtual workout you could join. Do you need me to text you in the morning? I have done everything. I've texted people in the morning so they wake up. But how do you know what their issues are if you're not connecting with them one-on-one and asking them, okay, Justine, was Shakeology this week? I know you hated it last week, and I want you to like it so much because I know how much it's helped me. How can we make this right? If I have to send them a different flavor, I send them a different flavor. I send them thousands of recipes. I do whatever I can to help them like it. If they're struggling with the program, we work through that. Struggling with nutrition, you don't have to be a nutritionist by any stretch, but you have to know the nutrition plan. And you have to know how to help them. And that's when going in live with live videos, like, I am so basic with my food, and I go in and talk about that all the time. I show them, okay, here's the frozen broccoli, and here's the 10 chicken breasts that I'm cooking this week. Like, I show them how they can make it so simple. The more stuff you give them, the better the results. And then they're going to want to do it too, because they're going to see results. You want to see results in your groups, because then they're either going to be awesome proof for you as a coach, having all these amazing results, or they're going to want to be a coach too. They're going to want to pay it forward. Okay. Let's open it up for questions, because I know lots of my coaches had questions. Just fire them away, and I'll answer as best as I can. Okay.
For me, it was just more so like different ideas and stuff on what to do. And obviously I missed half this call because life sucks today, but I'm going to go back and watch it. But yeah, for me, it was just more so like, I feel like I'm just posting the same thing and doing the same thing and kind of being a little bit bossy. And so, yeah.
I honestly think the bossy pants thing, I know I keep saying that word. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. And I think it's natural because we have this coach hat on and we feel like, well, the only thing that's going to work is getting really like tough lovey with them. And I mean, I ask myself every single day, how does tough love work? You know what? I had a dad that tough loved my weight issue my whole life. And guess what? It made me keep eating. It didn't work. When he told me to eat celery, I went and ate a chocolate bar hiding in my room. So we know that that doesn't work. Support, friend. I mean, there's a way to do, like, come on, Jesse. Yes, you can do the nutrition plan. I'm just teasing Jesse. Like, there's a way to be like, yes, you can do this. We can do this together. Let's work through why this isn't working. Why are you feeling like you have to cheat? Like, what emotionally is going on? Like, that's why you have to do the personal messages. You have to ask them questions. And you know what? Some people aren't going to message back. Like, I think we all get so hung up on the people that aren't doing what we want them to do, instead of focusing on the awesome souls that are doing what we're doing. Focus on them. The people that aren't participating or aren't messaging you back, leave them. Goodbye. They will come when they're ready. I can see faces on here of people that never responded to my messages and never participated in challenge groups. It took them time to get to know me, to get to trust me, even if they were already in my group. It took them time to be comfortable. And that's okay. That's totally fine. You have to meet people where they're at and help them through it.
Sorry, I don't know how to jump in here, but I have a small group now, my very first challenge group, and they are so eager. They want to meet in person. They want to meal prep in person. So they're getting really excited, and I'm all for it because I'm here in Halifax now, so I can meet up with them, and they want friends. The biggest thing that my group is getting out of this is they obviously want to get fit and healthy, but their family or friends aren't on the same journey as they are, and they want funny, fun people to hang out with, virtually or in person. So again, it's so true what you said about you are a challenger. Keep doing what they're doing as well and connect with them on the same level. Everyone's equal, that kind of thing. So that's what's working for me, and I love the ribbon idea. I'm going to go get some ribbon today. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, and that's why I almost wish we weren't called coaches, because I think it sort of does something to everybody's psyche. Either they go on this high that they're a coach, or they get really insecure, like, oh my God, I'm not a coach. Well, don't worry about it. Just think of yourself as a friend. Like, I honestly, every single day, that's what I think of my job. I get to sit here at this lovely white desk and make friends all day. Like, that's what I do. I don't coach people. Autumn coaches people. The nutritionists from Beachbody are the nutritionists. I don't do that. I just come up with fun ways to make this miserable job of losing weight possible and just a little bit more enjoyable. And I create a community. I've created this community, which is amazing. Why are you all here on Saturday morning? Because it's a community. That's amazing. And if you can start that in your challenge group, they don't want to leave it. They want to stay. Whether they stay in your challenge group and stay drinking Shakeology, and I mean, that's going to build your income, or they decide to join your team because they think, wow, if this is what a challenge group is like, this is going to be friggin' amazing if I'm on that person's team or join that whatever. And you should talk about the team. Actually, today was really funny. Is anyone in my message thread? I don't know. So I was making all these images this morning, and I popped one into my message thread, Colleen. So I mistakenly, but it ended up being funny, put the "you have rank advanced to Emerald" in my challenge group message thread. But it turned out to be a funny joke because I was able to say, oh, wrong thread. Sorry, guys. None of you would rank advanced, but that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it, if you were losing weight and making money? I mean, dropping stuff that was a total mistake. But you know what? Talking about that kind of stuff it's gold, because they might not know anything about that, right? So, okay, any more questions? Someone is chatting here. Just a sec.
Not a question, but like a comment. Running a free group right now with like a few coaches, and like for the most part, my ladies are super quiet. But what we said we were gonna do in these 5 days is implement the 5 languages of love, because it's February. So like I go live super late at night, like 9-10 o'clock. And, I do like a quick 10-minute video of one of the languages, and then they pop on, then they comment like, oh, it's nice. So at least they're getting something that's not fitness related, but they're going into the group and seeing it. And then they're messaging me about, you know, the meal plan or any questions that they have, but it's completely non-related. And they're like loving the book and the idea. So it's like something like you were saying, completely not fitness. And they love that. And, you know, if we read the book, we all love the book. So it's like, it was like a great way. Maria Carmen had the idea of putting like something we love into the group. So the book was like, that's what's getting them to watch it. Like, I think they're in bed already at 10 o'clock, but they're watching the live.
Yeah,
So
that's great. Yeah. I was going to do this before, Megan, and I kind of forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me. Do you guys want me to show you our challenge group? Like, do you want me to do a screen share and you can see inside our challenge group? Okay. All right. And Andrea, I see your question about free and paid groups. So we've done a lot of training on transitioning from free and paid groups. Megan has a really good video. She has we use a really strategic plan. I'll find that video for you and I'll pass it off to you because I don't want to take too much more time today, but there is a real strategy on that. I mean, it starts in personal messaging and it starts in the connecting every single day. And in fact, just laying it out on the line, like the free group is done. There will not be another one until next month. And would you like to join my challenge group? You've had amazing results. Like that, you have to invite. That would be my biggest tip is you absolutely have to do that invitation. If you're not finding any people, you need to find more people. Like, I mean, it's kind of a numbers game again. I can have 50 people in a free group and maybe only 6 buy a challenge group. Maybe only 3 buy a challenge pack. Like it depends. But I don't stop. I just keep going. But if you're constantly giving free and free and free and over all month long, why would anyone join your challenge group? Like one free group a month, like 1 5-day free group a month, or maybe 2 3 days, like shorter ones. But I wouldn't be doing more than that, or people are just going to see you as that girl that does all the free groups. So I don't know what you're doing, Andrea, so I'm not like pointing fingers, but you know, you have to be messaging them through the free group, just like they're a regular challenger, supporting them. And then on like the last day, I come in and I invite everyone. I invite. My challenge group starts next Monday. Would you like to join? You had such awesome results this week. Are you ready to join my challenge group? Like everybody, every single person that's been in the group, even if they participated or not, it doesn't matter. If they're in that group, they get that message. Okay, let me share my screen here. Oh yeah, there's the ribbon. Can you guys see this picture? Here's the ribbon idea. So see, now this ribbon, they do have the inches there. Or, oh, I see, they said where they put the ribbon, which is very smart. I never measure in the right spot. Okay. Let's see here. If I can even get here. Can you guys see this? My screen? Yeah, okay. Sorry guys, it's gonna take me a minute to get here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is our group. Okay, let me think of a couple things we do. So we have a welcome post. So this is pinned to the top of the page. Can someone just make sure that they can see this? Like just pop on and tell me you can see this.
I can see it.
Okay. Okay, so we have this welcome post. It's pinned to the top. So basically it just kind of welcomes everyone. It gives them just basic information. So this is because we have people starting all the time. So I might have someone start on a Thursday, on a Wednesday. Like there's never like this day one for us. That does not mean it's the right way. It's just a way that we're doing it right now. Okay. So you don't have to be locked into this system, but that's our pinned post. So every time Megan and I have a new challenger come, that's where we take them. So of course we've chatted with them in private message and we've got them all started, but we also welcome them to the group here. So you can see, you know, we welcome them. Oh yeah, because Megan's away, I did this really funny thing. I said she gets to be in wherever she is in LA, so we have to have some fun too. So I did a live video. I don't even know where it is. Here it is. I did a live video and said, it's not fair that she's away. So let's have a challenge the 5 days that she's away. We're going to give some tanks away. And it was all revolving around self-love. So the first challenge was to post a inspiring quote and make it their home screen on their phone. So, I mean, as I'm scrolling here, you can see like everybody's taking part because everybody wants a Bod Squad tank. But it wouldn't matter if we didn't do a prize. I really think everyone would participate still. They just love engagement, right? We have a book club going on right now, which is the Goddess Revolution. We picked that group the beginning of February. So everybody's just reading it on their own, and every Wednesday and Friday, I think, we post just a little post about it so people can talk about their takeaways. The live workout, like you guys, we do this every morning. I don't mind doing it at all, but it is something that like I've committed to, and there are days I don't actually need to be up at 5 a.m. I don't really work anymore, but I'm committed to this. So I want you guys to use this. Like, make sure you're inviting your challengers, because this is a big piece for accountability for people. The thing we hear the most is, I can't get up in the morning. How do you become a morning person? So this is something that you can come back with them and say, listen, we have like a live workout. You can join our live virtual studio. So definitely share that in your groups. It's another selling feature for people. In fact, my last 2 challengers that signed up, I believe that the live workout was the reason they signed up. They saw this Bod Squad workout and they really loved it. Does someone want to ask me a question?
Sorry, are you posting that, Michelle, that live workout link every day?
Yes.
Like, are you posting it every morning?
Every single morning it goes up. Yeah, every single morning, same post. Yep.
My other question, Michelle, is what about using that in like our free group? So would that be?
Yeah, absolutely. You can use it wherever you want. Absolutely.
And just to get them that motivation, like you said, that's kind of how you got your last couple challengers.
Yep, absolutely. You can use it anywhere. I mean, all I tell people is just make sure you click on the link before so you can kind of see what it is, because they may have to download something. And I tell them to mute themselves. And I kind of explain it because it's scary, right? I say, you don't have to do the same workout. You don't have to talk. No one's going to watch you. It's just a great sense of accountability for people. So of course, right now, like I said, we have this self-love challenge going on. So lots of people, 31 people are commenting. I don't even know what that was. And here is those posts that we do every day. So this went up 4 hours ago, Saturday check-in, log your workouts and Shakeology here. And all those selfies happen. And we keep them really contained so the page doesn't get too messy. And that's truthfully why we did it. We want everyone to post their sweaty selfies in this post so it doesn't clog up the feed. Because that's what kind of gets people annoyed, right? Is when there's all these posts coming at them all the time. But yeah, like they talk and chat and yeah.
So at the end of the day, are you deleting that accountability post? Like, do you remove that then from your group from the day before so that it keeps it kind of organized? And
yes, we do. Yeah, every single day. Okay. Yeah, we delete the day before. Yeah, and I delete like the virtual workout one as well. I mean, there might be some days that we miss it, but so what else can I show you here? So live videos, like we do a ton of live videos. We just pop on with whatever we're thinking. So we do that a lot. And then if you go into the photos and click albums, this is where we have, we've given a lot of startup information because we have people starting at different times. So if I have someone starting today, first of all, I'm probably going to start them with a little obsessed. That's one thing that I've decided to do while people are waiting for their equipment to come for 80-day obsession. I get them started with a little obsessed. This is all I did. I created this cover photo, this pretty cover photo, and then I did a files. Oh, how do you get in here now? Oh yeah, so I created a Google Doc, and I literally copied and pasted the challenge group information from our back office. Okay, I did nothing more than that. A little obsessed startup, and it's just taking them through their startup for a little obsessed. So I tag my new people in that and tell them to read it. Okay, like honestly, it gets them started so they know what they're doing. Because if you're just going to plop them into this group, they're not going to have the information. And we have one for 80-day obsession as well for people that are going to start that. This is our photo album for before and afters. So you can see people have posted their before and afters. So we have record of that, but it was not mandatory at all. It was if you wanted to. And then we have 80-day obsession meal plans. So if you've got someone coming in that's having, it's just meal plans that I've gathered. I gave them all to you right at the beginning of 80-day obsession. It's just links to different meal plans that I found on Pinterest or wherever. Anything else anybody wants to see in here?
I just have a question about your graphics. Are you getting them all from Canva?
No, I am not. I actually bought a membership to a site called Hot Chocolate or Hot Stock. You know what? It was something that I've wanted to buy for a long time. It's expensive. I do not think any of you should do it because it's expensive. I am really that type of girl, right? Like you guys know graphics are my jam and it makes me feel good and it makes me feel I love it. So I decided that was a business expense I was going to take this year. It was like a treat at the beginning of the year. Now, I will say Canva, since I bought that, Canva seems to have a whole new slew of really awesome images. So just get into Canva. They're like $1 each. Like, $1 is not that much to spend it if that's your thing. Graphics, I attract people that like that kind of stuff. If you don't like graphics, your people probably aren't going to really give a shit what your cover photo looks like. But my people give a shit because I know my niche, right? So, and I love doing stuff like that. That is one thing I love about coaching is there are things for everybody to find passion in, and graphics and marketing and that kind of thing is something I really love. So that's why I ended up purchasing that membership. I think it was a year membership to this Hot Stock. You can check it out, hotstock.com. They have awesome pictures. I mean, I love them, but it's not an expense anybody needs to take at all. Canva for $1, you can get a really nice image, and there's lots for free as well. Okay, any more questions? Does that help? Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what this is. Oh, you're talking about books. Okay. I think I have covered free Adobe Spark. Does it have good images, Chelsea? Yeah? I've never gone on there before. Cool. Oh, you're at work, sorry. So it has like images, and is it like kind of like Canva? She can't talk to us. She's at work. Eric just bought the full package, but there's good free ones. It's through Adobe. Oh, good. Can I get Eric's login information, please? Okay, guys. If there's no more questions, and I have found some really cool like pictures. There was like photo of the day challenge pictures, that ribbon picture. So I'm going to pop it into the album section of Fitneek Nation, okay? So that's where whenever I find something new and fun, I will put it in there. So if you're looking for new ideas, if you see new ideas, pay it forward to the rest of the team, share. We can only help each other, okay? So if you find some ideas, please share them as well. Have a great rest of your weekend. Happy LA, ladies. You look like you're having a good time. Have a good day, and see you later, guys.